well, so just got to make sure everything's running okay, but I think we're connected. It says we've got 2 viewers, 2 likes. Appreciate the likes coming in, guys. It means a lot without even me saying a lot. So yeah, I think we're on board. Just give it a second, guys. We'll get going. Make sure everything's running okay. Seems to be okay, I think. What's happening, guys? Feel free to say hi in the chat if you've arrived. Alright. Apologies, the rainbow border around my display picture isn't deliberate. I actually had it as more of like a neutral colour, like a lime, and I tried to change it to blue, and I just got to figure out why it's turned to rainbow and how to sort that out, but I'm not going to do that today. I'll try and have that ready for next week. But if you like the rainbow, then let me know. It's not the worst, but yeah, maybe it's kind of irritating, I don't know. Folks, hope you're good. In today's stream, just going to be going over the competition that the longer term competition that I've got going on. If you want to hit 15k, guys, what you need to do to get involved in that. Almost on 11k. Content has slowed down a lot because I've just been moving around in Australia at the moment, so I haven't really had a chance to post as much. Just turn that music down a little bit. But yeah, folks, I'm going to be bringing back regular crypto.com streaming. 5:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday, folks. Okay, we're going to bring that one back. As you can see here, it's the only one that I'm kind of promoting on my actual YouTube channel here. Make sure you say hi to me in the chat as well, guys. I'll get back to any questions that you do have. We're going to be streaming for exactly 1 hour every single Sunday, 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday. And as you can see here, yeah, we've got the CRO Show, guys, Sunday 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. So appreciate, everyone that was getting on board before I took a bit of a break. As I said, I was moving from the UK to Thailand, Oz, and back to Thailand, so kind of jumping around a lot, and yeah, just managing a few bits and pieces. Won't bore you too much with the details of that, but that's essentially what was going on. So today's stream, folks, we're going to take just a quick look at the general market. We're going to have a bit of a look at Chrono, see what's going on with the price, had a bit of a pump in the last sort of 48 hours on that one. Have a bit of a look at some more stuff. Check out the loaded lines, NFTs, what's going on there. First Frontier, this Cyber Cubs, my least favourite collection. Loaded lines, Twitter, a bit of news for crypto.com as well. And also, there's going to be some info on the backpacks as well. I wanted to chat to you guys a little bit about the Expedition backpacks too. Because I think there's probably a lot of people that are in maybe music's too loud. I'll just turn it off. Apologies for that. Thanks for letting me know. Coin Baron, hope you're good, buddy. Yeah, I'll turn it off. Yeah, so with regards to the Expedition gear, folks, I know a lot of people that own land, maybe with some rare Expedition gear. Okay, everyone's saying the music's too loud. Thanks, Brian. Appreciate you letting me know. Yeah, I've turned the music off. Well, maybe you guys didn't hear me. I won't go over everything I just said. But basically what I was saying is, had a bit of a break. Appreciate you guys having the patience to sort of come back on the stream. I was streaming quite regularly. I think we did 8 episodes in a row. But essentially, it's going to be every Sunday, Eastern Standard Time, 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. for 1 hour. I'm going to keep that consistent now as a consistent time. You can also expect regular crypto.com content based around main city, locally intended, but also still the same. Maybe it's because, alright. How about now? Apologies for that, guys. I've just closed off Spotify. Try and see if the music's going on okay here. Just turned it off. Apologies, guys. I was trying to set a bit of mood, but obviously it wasn't working too well. Yeah, if someone wants to just let me know if they can still hear the music. It should be fine now because I just turned it off. I was just running some royalty-free music through Spotify. Yeah, thanks, Bora. Appreciate you, man. Don't think I've seen you in the stream before, nor I don't think I've seen you either, Coin Baron. So thanks for jumping in the stream. Let me know how you guys are affiliated with the crypto.com ecosystem, if at all. What NFTs do you have? You holding CRO? Any thoughts, questions, folks? Whilst the stream is still fairly low in terms of viewers and things like that, I'm definitely going to have the time to get back to just about everyone in the chat. So yeah, no, I'll definitely have time for that. So again, sorry, I'm going to just repeat myself for the third time, guys. If you just joined, every Sunday at 5:30 Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be running this stream for 1 hour precisely. So 5:30 to 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, guys. On Sundays, you can expect the CRO Show. Going to be talking, just about all the major crypto.com stories, but probably with a bit more emphasis and focus on main city loaded lines, NFTs, things like that. Bit of general overview of the overall market, but just of the general Kronos ecosystem. So that's kind of what it's going to be. For those of you that are just jumping in the stream for the first time, yeah, I've been posting, I'm starting to post a bit more regularly now. I was only doing one a week, so the channel growth is still moving upwards, but it's going fairly slow. But I do have a 15k subscriber giveaway that is still going, guys. So all you need to do is retweet this tweet, guys. Follow me on Twitter at satoshiaoki7, sub to the YouTube, like this tweet, and comment hashtag CRO Show on this actual tweet. So what I'm going to do, just for anyone that hasn't actually entered that competition, because it's free to do, guys, there's no strings attached. I'll be giving away a crypto.com land for a winner when we hit 15k on stream. The link for that one is literally just in the chat there right now. So if you haven't done that, make sure you go take a moment to do that, either now or at the end of the stream. Right, guys, so I think it's 7:38. We're about 8 minutes in, so let's just jump straight into it. So let's just refresh on the old CoinGecko here and just take a bit of a overview of the general markets, kind of see how they're going. So I think most of us can probably agree the markets have been pretty stagnant at the moment. Obviously, there's a lot going on with US regulation, securities, rising inflation, all this kind of thing, rising interest rates, it's all a bit chaotic. So I guess, at least in the short to medium term, it's kind of undeniable that a lot of news is pretty bearish, right? Because, the US does make up a large portion of crypto investors and things like that. But, in terms of the long-term vision, and guys, this is still, very much applicable to CRO, because unfortunately, I know there's a lot of people that, just appreciate CRO or other certain assets, but BTC and Ethereum still remain the primary drivers of the market, at least when it comes to altcoins, okay? And that also has a knock-on effect for NFTs, so your loaded lines and, crypto punks, Bored Apes, whatever. So all of the markets are suffering at the moment, folks, and, in a similar way, the traditional markets also have an effect on crypto, but I think we kind of know that already, so it's important to kind of get an idea of what direction it's heading. In terms of what's bullish, we do have the Bitcoin halving coming up next year, and historically and logically speaking, it always has been a good thing for crypto, but we haven't really seen that knock-on effect usually for another 12 months after the actual halving event. So I know a lot of people are talking about a potential full-on bull market. Now, when people say bull market, when I think about bull market, I'm thinking BTC setting a solid support at 40k and not dropping below 40k again. All right, I don't really think of how high the price has got to go, but I want to see it settle above a price to determine a bull market, because I think if you think of it in that way, it's a lot easier to manage risk, and I think really to set a strong foundational support above 40,000 USD for one BTC, I think we're looking 2025. Again, Bitcoin halving in 2024, a year past 2025, let's say 2025, folks. So, me personally, when we talk about Kronos, guys, again, let's refresh that just to make sure we've got the most recent update. Rank 37 overall, 2.9% up for the last 24 hours, so performed pretty well. Also, if there's anyone in the chat that has been trading CRO on the shorter time frames, then let me know. I'd be very interested to hear from you. But I'm not trading it on the short term, folks. I'm looking at Kronos again as more of a long-term hold. I'm not holding a huge amount of CRO at the moment, but I'm looking to have a goal of accumulating maybe 100k CRO. I'm a long way off that at the moment, but if you can do that, 100k CRO hits $1, theoretically more than a 10x from here, you could be a CRO millionaire. All right, but yeah, do make sure you invest at your own risk, guys. It's still a risky asset class. If we actually go down and have a look, guys, CRO against other assets is actually doing really well for the 1 year, 65.7% down. I think if you have a look at a lot of other general assets in the top 100, you're looking at up to minus 80, minus 90% down still. So, you know, CRO is in good stead. And the most important thing of all is that they're building something proper. They're well established. Okay, I talk about this a lot. You know, they do the boring stuff, the regulations, the things that no one wants to read into, no one cares about, right? Even influencers and things like that. But that's what I'm going to try and bring to you guys every single week. You know, this isn't going to be one of these streams or channels where I'm just shilling the price of CRO with no narrative or, you know, focus points or whatever. I just want to talk about the fundamentals, guys, at the end of the day. And that's why I do spend a lot of time covering crypto.com and why I cover GALA games, because I do believe these are the two main projects at the moment, or two of the biggest projects that do have the strongest partnerships and fundamentals going into that next bull market. Okay, I mean, you know, there's a place for meme coins, there's a place for, you know, PSYOP or, you know, Ben.eth meme coins, but, you know, it's just straight up degenerate investing, and there's nothing against it. I mean, I hold a bag of Pepe on my crypto.com app, but I'm very aware that that could just drop to zero tomorrow, or it could 10x in a week. Like, you just don't know. It is gambling, all right? Investing in meme coins, and for that argument, most of cryptocurrency and NFTs, over 60, 70, 80, some may even argue over 90, even 95% of investing in NFTs and crypto is straight up gambling. And I've been investing in crypto from 2017, been a part of the space, had my channel going for a couple of years. You know, a lot of YouTubers aren't going to say that, but that's just the reality of it. You know, unless you're investing in Bitcoin, Ethereum, and just a very small select amount of maybe altcoins that you really believe in. I mean, some people may even still argue that crypto.com is a scam, or that it's a shit coin, or that it's just too risky, or it's gambling. I don't personally, because I see the work that goes in to the crypto.com business. I see, you know, the Kronos startup program. I see the extra blockchain that they've created over the last couple of years and all the work they're putting in. I see the marketing push. Okay, and hopefully we're out of that bear. I think if, you know, we're still not out of the woods yet, but if we can get out, then, you know, anything can happen. So yeah, guys. And also, you know, just again, this is something that a lot of YouTubers will say as well, but try and get a little bit of perspective. At the end of the day, all you've got to rely on are the facts. What are the facts saying about crypto.com at the moment? Now, obviously, these are not going to be exactly to the percentage, but it's going to give you a rough idea on CoinGecko about how CRO has performed over the last 4 years, guys. February 8th, 2019, over 4 years ago, we're looking at 404%. Yeah, that's an average. If you divide 404 by 4, which is 4 years, pretty simple math, that's 100% per year on average, folks. Does anyone know what a good year in the traditional stock market or the property market globally is on average? Obviously, this can alter a little bit, but I think most traditional investors, I'm talking OGs like your Warren Buffetts, okay, are going to be saying to you or educating you. Financial advisors may be advising you that 15% up on any given year is definitely a plus. So if we're getting, for the first 4 years, with bear markets included, an average of 100% per year, if you bought and held CRO from February 8th, 2019, you'd be up a 4x. I mean, who can complain with that? All right. And, you know, what's the strategy for pension investing? What's the, you know, strategy for your super? What's the strategy, long-term strategy for like holding gold or traditional stocks? A lot of these advisors are telling you to just hold things long and retire when you're like 100. All right. So who's to say that if you hadn't have been applying that same strategy to like Bitcoin, Ethereum, a project like CRO, getting some exposure there, that you couldn't get at least something similar or better? All right, so just want to make that little rant there, because I think it's really important to zoom out, get some perspective, because, you know, even myself as a YouTuber, and, you know, I've been involved in CRO for a long time. I think I made my first video in like 2019 or something about crypto.com and the card. But I mean, how it feels like it's just been at this 6 cents for forever. Like, to think that CRO actually reached, like, what was it, 80 cents or whatever, 80, 90 cents. You know, again, I don't know exactly what we got up to. I am aware that CoinGecko is not 100% accurate. According to CoinGecko, we got up to 96 cents. So call it, almost $1. I mean, from 6 cents, like, it doesn't feel like it happened. It doesn't feel like it can happen again. But this is how crypto is. I've been through a few bear markets. From one moment to the next, everyone's bearish, and then in the blink of an eye, it kind of just takes you by surprise, and everything just starts to run, right? And they don't even have to be good projects, right? You could be holding the worst projects. Everyone thinks they're a genius, and everything's just going to run. Okay, guys, so we'll take a moment to jump in the chat, see what you guys are saying, and then we'll kind of, move on to some questions and then jump to the next bit. It's 7:47 at the moment, 17 minutes into the stream. We are streaming from, well, that's the time for me because I'm in Australia. It's 5:47 Eastern Standard Time. We'll be streaming until 6:30 and then recommencing episode 10 next week. So, appreciate you guys have been in the stream. So, Bora, Coin Baron, appreciate you guys. The memes got to go before the start of the next bull. Mate, look, you'll be surprised, I don't know which memes are going to be sticking around for the next bull run, but I think Doge and SHIB, will be sticking around. I think they've just got a lot of strong support. I don't know about the rest. I'm personally hoping that Pepe does, because I do personally hold some. I have bias, but it's still just gambling. I'm not gonna be one of these influencers that says to you, "Oh, Pepe is just a great call and you should buy it." It's like no, it is an absolute gamble. It's pure gambling. I mean, you might as well just go down to your local casino, right, in downtown, and just throw your money on red. Like, it's gonna be, it's gonna be a quick death or a quick win. All right, if you do lose that money, then at least you can just get over it and move on with your life a bit faster, right? Jay, what's going on, buddy? Thanks for being in the stream today. Believe in it, but shame they keep reducing benefits on CRO. Yeah, so a little bit about that, Jay. We'll touch on that as well. So look, I feel you. I was someone that, again, I mentioned this before, but I've been in crypto.com from the beginning. I had a ruby red card from before the cards had even been deployed to anybody. I was getting those mad benefits, had like 20% interest on the crypto.com exchange when it actually came out for the first time. I was getting mad stake interest, then moved on to a jade green card. Oh my God, such good staking. And, I don't know exactly what the benefits are now. I know they've generally decreased, which has been, I guess, one of the reasons why my interest kind of like tapered off a little bit over the last sort of few months or whatever. But look, the bottom line is, guys, what you got to understand, the move kind of makes sense. All right, they can't keep everything, and everything at high level interest, and they can't keep these benefits sky high for everybody. It's just not going to work, because obviously as crypto.com expands, they get more users, more people using the platform. It's just not going to work, guys. They're going to go broke. All right, but even with the current benefits, if you think about it, all right, it's still better than your average bank. It really is. Okay, you're still getting better benefits here. Even if we just go and have a look at the products, the metal Visa cards now, I know there was originally a lot of uproar about this. People were just not happy at all, but it's just one of them things, guys. I think you've got to try. What I would say to you, and for anyone else that is in that boat, and I've been in that boat as well, is like, you've got to think. Again, my strategy with crypto.com is very much a long-term strategy. I'm thinking 5 to 10 year period, just buy and hodl, similar with a Bitcoin bag that I have as well. Okay, so I'm kind of thinking about that. You got to try and turn your focus on getting your gains that way, I think, because at the moment the cards are not really paying back much. I actually got rid of my card stake as well. I've still got a J Green card, but I don't have my stake. I think I invested in some CRO coin and lost all my money that way. But essentially, guys, if we have a look, even at your base level Ruby Steel, your CRO rewards are set at 1%. Not great. You got a CRO lockup of 500 Australian dollars. All right, so I think that's dropped. And they've got these reward caps as well. $25 US for your Ruby Steel, $50 US for your Royal Indigo and Jade Green. I don't know if there is reward caps on these categories, the Obsidian, the Rose Gold, and the Icy White. Well, hopefully there's not, because let's face it, a CRO lockup of 50,000 Australian dollars is, quite a bit of money, to be honest, isn't it? And I think they took the Spotify away. Oh, look at this. I I mean, that's just tight, isn't it? Spotify free for the first 6 months. Spotify free. You don't even get free Spotify beyond 6 months for your Jade Green anymore. Or your Indigo, which is pretty rough. Not really a fan of that, but again, it is what it is, folks. Yeah, so really they're trying to push people to this top tier. And I get it, you know, the thing is, that's essentially what rug pull is, guys. People just keep giving benefits, and it just ends up being a Ponzi scheme. And then the people that came in late just end up holding the bag, and they just basically lose out, you know. So, you know, logically speaking, the way I see Crypto.com doing things at the moment as an overall business, reducing the rates, everything like that, going to annoy a lot of people, but it looks like a smart long-term play. And also, you have to remember, we are in a bear market as well. Okay, so, you know, they simply can't keep things the same. And even now in this bear market, they still don't really have a hell of a lot of competition either. Again, I haven't really been scoping the market too much, but if you guys are aware of any sort of Crypto.com competitors at the moment in 2023, do please let me know in the chat, and we can maybe have a bit of a look at that as well. I know there was Plutus. I tried to sign up and actually get a Plutus card, but that was just a total headache. Tried to sign up, get a Plutus card. They were like hassling me over and over on email to try and top up the card. It was extremely just aggressive and just really turned me off Plutus, and I just kind of scratched that all together. But let me know as well, guys, if you have any experience with Plutus. I'd be actually pretty interested to know if anyone's had some good experiences there. Alright, folks, I got me massive coffee and just downing that because I'm not used to getting up at this time, but I'm going to start getting up a lot earlier now. Alright, anyway, so yeah, I hope that kind of gives you a bit of perspective. I think that was Coin Baron. Yeah. Oh, sorry, Bora. I hope you're still in the chat, mate. I actually missed your your question, mate. What you think expedition backpack capacity 28 and only 28 of them rarest? They're different. See, I haven't had a proper look at the expedition packs in terms of their capacity, but are you saying there's different capacities for, like, even within the rarities? Let me know, Bora, and maybe just drop me that question again, mate, because I wasn't exactly sure. Are you asking me how much I think they're going to be worth, or how much they are worth? The majority of CRO holders is probably at a loss, though, currently. Yeah, Coin Baron, I can't speak for that statistic exactly, but yeah, look, there's a good chance, you know, there's a possibility. That's for sure. There definitely is a possibility. I got a Jade Green card as well, but removed airport lounge key. Yeah, that sucks, man. They added priority pass now instead of lounge key. Priority pass. To be fair, though, priority pass isn't bad. I actually didn't know that. Priority pass for airport lounge. I mean, priority pass, that's a... wait, is that... does that mean getting on the plane, or what actually is that? Priority pass airport lounge. Oh, just still for the airport lounge. Priority pass airport lounge access is one of the benefits that comes with our premium metal card. Access 1,300 airport lounges globally. Unlimited complimentary visits for Obsidian, Icy White, and Frosted Rose Gold. Oh, okay, yeah. So this is the statistic here, which still isn't too bad. I mean, if you're traveling often, then it's not ideal. 4 complimentary visits per calendar year for our Jade Green Royal Indigo card holders. You don't need a separate card to use a lounge. No, this benefit does not expire after your CRO lockup period ends. Okay. Yeah, that's interesting. Yeah, nice one, folks. So yeah, if you jumped in the stream today, what's good? Streaming Crypto.com, guys, 5:30 to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday again. Make sure if you're enjoying the stream, guys, just take your time, comment, get in the chat, and make sure you smash the like button as well. So yeah, guys, just wrapping up about the CRO token, you know, yeah, we need a bull market, guys. We need Bitcoin halving to see this price move, in my opinion. You know, there's going to be short-term price movement, which we'll be checking out every week, but yeah, it doesn't mean a lot to me personally. But yeah, let us know if there's anyone trading this on the short term here. All right, so let's move on to expedition gear. So who got airdropped some expedition gear? I certainly did. I can't remember off the top of my head, but I think I have about maybe 7 land plots, mainly dune land plots. I think I got about 7 or 8 expedition gears dropped to me, and I actually ended up buying a couple afterwards for $50 each, and I think they were both commons, and they dropped to $7 floor, which was not ideal. But I was kind of surprised when I saw that $7 buy now floor price, guys. Even though it's 50,000 NFTs, right? That's still a pretty low number for a floor price, and with $500,000 USD in volume traded as well, that's actually pretty impressive too. Yeah, and you've got the same 5 different rarity types, same as the land. So you got your starters, your rares, your epics, your legendaries, your mythical. Has anyone noticed how they kind of have starter, and then from starter it goes straight up to rare? So even if you do have a rare, it still makes you feel pretty special, but in reality it was pretty easy to get a rare. So it's not really rare, is it? I mean, 11,000 out of a 50k collection. I mean, I guess it kind of is, but I don't know. Anyway, but even these rares, you know, they just jump up to $14. So it's like with 28,000 starters and 11,000 rares, I'd probably be focusing definitely on the rares over the starters. Then if we move up to epics, huge drop again in terms of supply at 4,700, so comfortably under 5,000, $39, still a fairly good price. I think this was the highest one I got airdropped. I don't even think I got a legendary. Yeah, no, I didn't even get a legendary. I actually had a good friend of mine, I don't know if he's in the chat now, but he got a mythical. Let me know in the chat if anybody got a mythical. These mythicals, I'm looking very aggressively at one of these mythicals. I was having a chat to one of my community members, subscribers yesterday, actually commenting on one of my videos, and yeah, I was talking about how, I don't know, with 477 supply, I think, yeah, I personally think these are undervalued straight up. You know, I think these are undervalued. $659. You know, if we just take a bit of a quick look over here at the actual first frontier, right? Obviously 25,000 supply versus a 50,000 supply here. So there's a 2x on the supply here. Okay. Now I know this is obviously just my logic, which could be incorrect, but this is just kind of how I'm thinking about it. Pretty simple, you know. But we've got our mythical lands here set at a floor price of $3,899.39. Call it $4,000. Yeah, $4,000 mythical. So you'd think, so you 4,000, you divide that by 2, all right? Because this is a, you know, double supply, so you divide the floor value by 2. To me, that sets this at $2,000 US. 477 supply versus a 249 supply. Even if we take it from there, it's roughly a 2x to the downside, if that makes sense. Yo, Crazy Praying Mantis, big shout out to you, man. Possibly my oldest subscriber for my CRO content. Appreciate you sticking around, buddy. Praying Mantis says he got 55 packs but no mythical. Mate, you should just throw in the towel right now then. Tell me you got some legendaries at least though, mate. Please, please, please. MK, what's going on, buddy? Thanks so much for being in the chat today. I used to be a crow bro. Now I'm a cry bro. Waiting for $1 crow. Stay faithful, brother. Stay faithful. And guys, just, you know, what I want to say is, like, it's all good that we, you know, we're the crow fam, we get around it, but, you know, not financial advice. NFA, DYOR, do your own research, but don't be investing everything in CRO, guys. You know, invest in other things as well. Maybe like property, some cash savings, maybe some Bitcoin, God forbid, maybe some gold, maybe some bank stocks, maybe some Tesla, I don't know. But don't put everything into CRO, guys. Don't do it. Yeah. 2 or 3 legendary. Well, that's not too bad. Yeah, my good friend, well, just for a bit of context, Crazy Praying Mantis, my good friend got, I don't know how many pack. I don't know how many lands he had exactly, but I don't think it was 55. He might have had, I think he's got a few lands though, maybe 20 odd. That could be way off, but yeah, he did get a mythical. But that kind of brings me back to my point, guys. 4,000, these are floored at. I personally value these based on the current market. You've got to value them at least 1,500. At least 1,500, guys. 1,500 US dollars. I think this is worth at the current market as a floor with 477 supply. This is the cheapest one here. The owner is Bomberman. And look, I got to be honest with you. I got to be honest. This is, I'm not ready to pull the trigger on my next degen purchase right now, but this is definitely up there. This and Alluvium land plot for the Alluvium game. It's between those two. So, I'm kind of tossing up, but based on a lot of the money that I've spent on NFTs, have just gone to zero. I think that this is pretty undervalued, guys. I really, really do. I'm going to be watching this very, very closely, to be honest. Let me know what you guys think about the rare expedition packs. So for those of you that don't know, again, there's not a whole lot of information that has been released, but essentially having the rarer your pack is, you're going to be able to earn more passively in-game for main city when it does come live. Now that doesn't necessarily mean that you're just going to be able to jump in, turn main city on and start earning without putting in any time. I doubt that's going to happen. I'm pretty sure, judging by what they said, you're going to need to be setting things up in main city. Who knows how long that's going to take? But it may take a few hours to set things up, okay? It could be similar to a game like Townstar on Gala Games. Now, I don't want to divert the stream, but just to give you a bit of an idea of sort of how it kind of looks. If we go to my lives, I did a recent stream on Townstar. Don't worry, I'm not going to start talking about Townstar or anything like that from Gala Games, but in terms of the actual game style, what it could be like, it could be something like Townstar. Okay, so we know that it's a tycoon style game. To set up a Townstar game, getting the farm ready and everything like that, getting the town ready, it can take 5, 6, 7 hours out of your day, right, to actually go ahead and set up this town. So it might take some time, but then after that you can kind of just start to sort of manage it a little better. Yeah, let's bring that back. So yeah, that's what I'd say, guys. Don't go in with the expectation that you're gonna have to put in no work. You're probably gonna have to be putting in some work to earn. Because the thing is as well, but I think they've done it in a really smart way, and this is actually something that I spoke about as well, I think in one of my recent videos, is that I love the fact that you're able to earn passively as well. Because let's face it, most of us have commitments. We got maybe kids or dogs or cats or pets or responsibilities. We got 9 to 5s. We got our own businesses, our own hobbies. We don't necessarily want a game. And that's even coming from myself, and I actually love gaming. Like, gaming is sincerely, video gaming is sincerely one of my main, if not my main hobby, outside of my work and crypto channel and just training and fitness and everything like that. I do like to game, and even coming from someone like myself, I still need to plan and organize to make the time to think about, including some time for like a main city when it comes about. So I can only imagine that majority of people that are crypto.com main city loaded lines NFT investors are not going to be like me. Maybe they're not gamers, so how is it going to be for them, especially if you don't really like gaming? It's going to be kind of annoying. So but hey, like, that being said as well, makes me also kind of think that it sounds like they're making a pretty simple game, simple to learn, simple to work through, which I think is fantastic for a couple of reasons. Theoretically, it should be easier and smoother to develop, improve, fixes, things like that. And you want that learning curve to be really small, at least at the start, for people that are perhaps in a position where, you don't want to get frustrated. If you're not a gamer and you're not into it, you're not enjoying it, you don't want to get frustrated trying to learn how to play, set things up, everything like that. You want it to be a smooth experience, right? You want to just be able to set and forget, maybe come back at the end of your work day, ideally move a few things around, do a few upgrades here and there, maybe spend no more than 15-20 minutes on it. Maybe there's people that can spend up to an hour at the end of their workday to optimize their earnings there, and good for them. It's not an easy thing to do, but so far they're heading in the right direction. But we want to know who the developers are of this project. Who is the developmental team behind Main City? Why have they not said? I don't really understand it. I mean, I think I can probably speak for a lot of us and say that we're probably putting a lot of faith in the fact that crypto.com is generally behind, the creation of this game, right? Funding from the ecosystem, that kind of thing. They're leveraging crypto.com's IP, and that's okay, but that's what's holding things up. Because if this was any other, let's think about it like this, if Main City just came out of the blue and they didn't have the crypto.com backing, this would be sketchy as hell if they hadn't revealed the team. I personally wouldn't like, all the bullishness about Main City comes from the IP of crypto.com, and the fact that I invested early in CRO at around 2-3 cents, held, sold, took profits, generally reaped a lot of benefits through the card over the years, and just the general crypto.com ecosystem used the crypto.com IP to leverage my community, not leverage my community, but to help get leverage to help build my channel in the earlier days. So I'm very grateful for that. But if it wasn't for any of that, they were just some random project, Main City, no affiliation to crypto.com, don't know, I wouldn't be bullish personally. Yeah. So mythicals, guys, again, let me know if anyone's got mythicals. I'm going to be watching this floor price very closely. I'm going to be making a video as well that might come out tonight, actually. It might be tomorrow for you guys in the US, but I'm going to be talking about, when's the right time, or is it the right time to sell your expedition packs, buy or hold, and yeah, we're going to be chatting a bit about that. Matthew Bonk, thanks for being in the chat, my friend. Appreciate you. Don't think I've seen you before. I bought 15 total, 1 legendary, and now that's a good strike rate, Matthew. That's awesome, buddy. Yeah, congrats to you, man. That's good, man. You took the risk, bought 15. That's a pretty high number to be buying, and you struck gold with a mythical. So you've done very well, my friend. You've done very, very well. Big shout out to Matthew. And then, of course, yeah, so it's quite a drop down, isn't it? These do become a lot more affordable. And I think, yeah, someone mentioned about the properties. Here we go. Yeah, capacity 21. So you can hold 21 items with the legendary backpack. Now, do they all have the same capacity? That's what I want to know. Oh, 22. See, I didn't know that. I see. Capacity 23. Understood. Okay, so they have different capacities within their rarities. That's cool. That's cool. I dig that. Yeah, I mean, if I can just get any mythical, I'll be happy, to be honest. Yeah, I've just got the 1 epic, and the rest are rares and starters. So, yeah, guys, it is what it is, We've got to kind of take what we can get here. Just be grateful. Alright, guys, we've got 20 minutes left to go in the stream. Let me know if you guys have got any questions. We're going to be wrapping this stream up at 6:30 Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, really appreciate everyone being here for the CRO Show. Again, just to repeat, guys, the CRO Show is going to be on every single Sunday going forward now, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time, PM, guys, PM in the evening for you guys. All right, and having a bit of a look at the First Frontier plots, guys, holding a really strong floor, and they have been holding a strong floor for the past couple of months, which actually is really nice. So I got a buy now price of $60 US. Now, what do you guys think? Even $60 US for 25,000 collectibles, land, all right, which essentially grants you access to be able to earn on what we hope to be a very successful game, in theory. Okay, again, I say it a lot. I think it's a steal. $60 even for a Doom plot. I think it's good value for money. And I say that because I compare it to other crypto.com land NFTs, and I also compare it to other parts of the NFT market in general, right? The NFT game is very, very expensive, specifically if you're looking at collections that genuinely have a chance of really appreciating in value, not including, though, just random drops where no one's really got any idea if the floor price for a particular cheap collection on mint is going to go up. No one knows, all right? Most of them don't. A small percentage of them do. But again, it just brings me back to that original point, it's just a gamble, NFT is just like crypto for the most part. It's literally gambling, all right? It's just gambling, that's it. Why is First Frontier Land different? Again, it's that same thing. You're relying on that IP of Crypto.com and the success that they have had, all right, over the last 4 years. I said this again previously, I think in my recent video. In my opinion, this is objective. Crypto.com are a current success in the markets. They're doing very well. The CRO token's performing well. NFT ecosystem, DeFi wallet. Think about everything that you can do on the Crypto.com app. I don't know about you guys, but I personally use my Crypto.com app daily. I've got funds on there. I use it for the card. I use it to transfer, crypto around. It's great. It's great. I think they've done a really, really good thing, and it's over 4 years. A company really still is in its infancy stages until it passes like that 5-year period, right? So I think they've done really, really well. And if we have a bit of a look at the next category up from starter, these prices aren't moving a lot. We've got our rares set at 115, our rare lands. I don't think I've actually had a look at the traits for these. This is my favorite in terms of aesthetics, guys. The $320 epic land. Really like the look of these. Yeah, so the properties just talk about the actual land type. In this case, Sapphire Lagoon, and its epic rarity. Yeah, definitely rocking that Sapphire Lagoon. Then if we hop up to Legendary, I think it does jump up quite a bit here. Yeah, it's $799. I don't have a Legendary at the moment. I may look at purchasing a Legendary. And who knows, guys, if Pepe does 100x or even a 10x, then there's a good chance I might invest in a mythical land. But I think Second Frontier comes out after game launch, he's saying. Second Frontier is in more land plots? I think if they introduce another 25k lands, it might be okay, but they shouldn't go past 50k. I think that's enough. But that's actually an interesting point you make, Bora, because, again, another point that I've spoken about before is the fact that, I don't know how they're going to do it, because obviously you need one land to play, 25,000 land plots, but obviously there's not, if we look at the holder count, we got 6,924 owners, right? So does that, in theory, at least based off what I've read, that means that we're going to have a max player base of 6,924, right? Now I think it's going to be one of those games where you're not playing against other players, so it's not like your experience isn't necessarily going to be directly defined by how many other people are playing in-game at any one time. But, if more people want to play, then they should be able to, and I just hope that there's some way that maybe if you own a land plot, like say you own a mythical land plot, the best land plot, maybe you can lease it out and get 10 people playing whatever working on that land, right? And this is going to be, from a technical point of view, I think this is going to be one of those things that requires a lot more development, money, time, whatever. But just a lending system where, 10 people can hop in, maybe they earn 50% of revenue based on their share of the land, and then 50% goes to the deed owner. You know what I mean? Because I know for a fact there's going to be people that are playing this game that don't want to spend or have the time to spend on playing this game at all. Like they don't even want to set it up at all. They want to just think of it in terms of like a DeFi maybe, and just throw some money in, stake it, chuck it on the DeFi wallet and earn some cash on the side and see it as an opportunity, and that's fair enough. There's nothing wrong with it. I think as well, because I do cover a lot of blockchain gaming content on my channel, I think there's this idea that, we should be in it for the games and let's support the games and play the game. But guys, crypto is not gaming. Gaming is separate to crypto, and not everyone that's in crypto is going to want to get involved in gaming. So to kind of think that is really narrow-minded. Unless you're like a traditional gaming company that just really does want to build a game for the sake of building a great game and incorporate blockchain. There are games like that. But again, Crypto.com are doing it smart. They realize that gaming is a lucrative opportunity when it comes to blockchain gaming, just gaming in general, and they want to appeal to the mass audience, which are not into gaming generally when it comes to a Crypto.com audience. So, it seems like they're building Main City around that idea, right? And I hope it continues that way. Guys, if you just jumped in the stream, thank you. We're going to be running the CRO Show regularly from 5:30 Eastern Standard Time to 6:30 Eastern Standard Time PM every single Sunday going forward. This is episode 9. Thanks for being here. If you love CRO, you love Main City, make sure you hit me up, say hey in the chat, and drop a like on this video. Just jumping into the chat for a moment. Yeah, thanks for that comment, Bora. So, you see me, Kronos. Thanks for being back in the chat, brother. Long time. Bro, I bought 9 legendary backpacks for 125 each because it seems like they're being slept on. Do you think they could go to 180 when the game comes out? It's a dumb idea, I know. Rip. I like the mentality. I mean, there's 2,000 in the whole world. What about the universe, though? And it's an OG pack. Surely it will be rare or worth something when the game released. Yeah, guys, so just to reiterate again, NFADYOR, not financial advice, do your own research. Look, you see me, Kronos, it really just comes down to one very simple thing. Is it a good game? It doesn't have to be complicated. It doesn't have to look the best, okay? A lot of games out there in the space are focused, not just even like blockchain gaming, but traditional games, right? A lot of games come out where a lot of the emphasis is being put onto games looking really nice, having incredible graphics on the latest Unreal Engine and everything like this. That's great, but the most important thing is gameplay. How is the gameplay, right? The game can look like it's from the 90s. It doesn't have to be fun, right? But the gameplay needs to be important. It is really important and needs to be fun from the get-go, in my opinion. So, to answer your question, if the gameplay is good, and they're committed to continuing to improve, fix the game over time, because they're going to have to. A game never comes out perfect on release, and quite frankly, we don't know when this game is going to come out, so you might have to be prepared to hold for a lot longer. I'd be surprised if we got a playable version within a year. If we do, great, I really hope we do, but I don't know, I got a feeling we're not even going to have a beta version of Main City within the year. Certainly not for 2023. I actually hope I'm wrong. Because I want to stream it and play it, make content about it. I hope we do have a beta version in 2023, and I hope I can play it this year, but I just don't think we will. But that's okay, guys. These games, they take some time to develop. But what I do hope that we have is an announcement on who the team is. But yeah, so you see me, Kronos, I kind of hold the same vision as you, and that's why I was looking at the rarities of the mythicals even. You said you had legendary. I think you said you bought in at 150. The floor's at 130, so it dropped a bit. I wouldn't be too concerned about that in the short term. But yeah, man, I hold the same view. This is very much on my radar in terms of like a legendary or a mythical. And as you said, under 2,000 in the world. Hey, if this game pops, man, absolutely. It could be a really, really good investment. You could possibly earn a lot from it. Maybe you could sell one, and just kind of see how you go. Anything's possible, but just be aware you're playing a high-risk game. Don't let anyone pull the wool over your eyes. Remember, have Crypto.com team, Main City, have they ever created a game before? The developers behind it might, but again, sorry to sound like a broken record, we don't know who the bloody hell they are. Right? So we don't have the data to make an informed decision. We are just taking a bit of a risk. on the IP of crypto.com. So that's what I'd say about that, you see me. All right. People spend 70k in a week on those pay-to-win games, mate. They do. Don't even get me started on pay-to-win. I'm not even going to get started on pay-to-win in this video, but I'm just going to say, yeah, I just hope it's not pay-to-win. That's all I'll say. Yeah, no, absolutely. Mythical's more risky, obviously, because you're investing more. Although, yeah, in that sense, but I also think that, you know, I don't know, man. I got a feeling that the jump, I'm going to make a prediction, just say the jump for earning from legendary to mythical is going to be pretty significant. You know, it's a mythical, right? It's top tier. It's going to be kind of like maybe obsidian card, even though the benefits have been reduced drastically, to an indigo or a rose gold. You know what I mean? Like, whoever's up the top, you know, that's serious. And, you know, for me, I don't own anything top tier for crypto.com. $4,000 for a mythical land is, you know, in the bull market I would have been able to afford it. Now, certainly not. But they just look so nice, and I would just love to have one, especially because I'm creating content about crypto.com. You know, if anyone wants to donate 4,000 bucks in the stream right now, the button's there. Drop 4k in the chat, and I'll purchase one of these right now for the channel. Nah, but seriously, guys, you know, yeah, expedition pack though, it's a realistic buy-in. $660 floor. Yeah. Might just have a quick look at the activity too and the expedition gear. I know we're putting a lot of focus on the expedition gear, guys, but it has just come out. Yeah, look, unless there's some really, like, unless there's a lot of bad news, you see me, Kronos, about this, you know, this game, I don't think the floor is going to drop too much more. Nothing too significant anyway. So we'll just chuck it on sales and just have a bit of a look. What's been going on with the sale volume, guys? And guys, don't forget about this, guys. You know, I do want to bring some recognition to this as well. Highlight this: $497,000 in volume traded. That's a hell of a lot in a bear market. That's a hell of a lot in a bear market. Okay, and also don't forget, this is not an NFT that's being traded on Blur or OpenSea. This is like a crypto.com NFT, right? That's really cool. So a lot of the user base is going to be CRO focused, right? So we're getting a lot of sales on the expedition packs here, but look at this, guys. 1 minute ago, $6, $7, $6, $3. Had a rare for 10. Someone got a legendary for 130. 23. Look at this. Lots of sales, guys. Lots of sales. A lot of them below floor as well. I don't know why. I just love looking through the activity. Someone picked up a, I think that's not a rare. I want to see if there's any mythicals that have been sold today. There's a lot of sales, guys. There's heaps of sales. There's one. Look. 6 hours ago, guys. Oh no, that's obviously just a tax. That's a tax thing. That's just a trend. Yeah, that's not that one. Whenever you see that there, guys, $1. That's either for tax avoidance or tax whatever. I don't know what you guys refer to it as in the US, but or he's just transferring it to another account. I don't know, but I say that would be for tax purposes. Something of that nature, anyway. What's the time, guys? We've got, yeah, not a hell of a lot of time left, guys. Yeah, I know, I saw it, you see me. Appreciate that, buddy. All right, guys, so look, we're going to be wrapping up the stream in 5 minutes, guys, because it's 5:25. Yeah, so 5 minutes we're going to be wrapping up. So let's have a quick squeeze through. Any questions, guys, drop them in the chat. We'll have a quick squeeze at the loaded line, sitting at a floor price of 1.4k. So again, this floor was at about 1.6 for a while, dropped another $200, pretty strong. 52 million US dollars in volume traded, guys. That's always good because it means that a lot of money is going to that treasury for crypto.com. Hopefully that money is going to be reinvested in the game, which would be great to see. It'll be really good to see. And guys, by the way, if you've just joined the stream, we are going to be wrapping up in a few minutes, but you can actually go back and watch this stream on my channel. It will be live for some time, so just literally you can hop on and scroll back to the start. I'm going to keep it up, so don't worry if you missed out on the start. Yeah, normally it would take a bit more time to kind of scroll through some of the nice lines, but good collection, guys. I'm still just holding my one loaded line that's in the thumbnail, but yeah, undeniably the strongest collection on Chronos at the moment. I think it's kind of not debatable. Cybercub's down to a floor price of $200 US. Don't like the aesthetics of Cyberpunks. I say that in all my streams, but a buy-in for $200 and with a utility within Main City, it's probably worth picking one up and having one if you can afford it. And I love the idea that it also, oh, he's pretty wicked, isn't he? I love the idea that it gives people a good opportunity who can't necessarily afford 1.4K, which is a lot of money for a loaded line, to actually jump in and still be involved to some capacity in the ecosystem by holding a Cybercub. Quick bit of news from Crypto.com. Not going to elaborate on this article too much, but Crypto.com joins ranks of licensed payment institutions in Singapore. So great to see him. Again, Crypto.com just pushing forward, guys. Pushing forward in terms of, you know, regulatory movements and foundational activities and things like that. Singapore, you know, big financial area. So good to see him working forward in that regard, because that does have an effect, guys, on our NFTs. It does have an effect. Talked about the priority boarding pass. Right, so we'll just see, guys, if you've got any sort of final questions, we can look at answering them in the chat. But yeah, guys, really appreciate you being here for this week's episode 9 of the CRO Show. Again, I know I got 9 people in the stream at the moment. I'd love to keep chatting to you guys for a few more hours, but yeah, guys, this stream will be going on again 5:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every single Sunday. It's going to start, so set your reminder. And even if you come and join in late, that's okay. You know, you can come and join at 5:30. Oh, sorry, you can come and join at like 6 and just rewind it to the start and just watch it then. Yeah, nice one, you see me, Chronos. You're a good man. But yeah, appreciate the chat activity, the views, the view duration. I think we had an average view duration tonight of 7 minutes 31, which is good. Appreciate the likes coming in as well, guys. If you enjoyed any part of the stream today and you haven't smashed the like button yet, make sure you do smash it for me, guys. It'd be great if we could get this stream up to 10 likes. Yeah, appreciate that, guys. And just to wrap up as well, folks, again, if you haven't jumped into my competition yet, when we hit 15k subscribers on the channel, we're currently just under 11,000. I'm going to be giving away 1 Dune land plot, guys. So you just need to retweet and tag this tweet here, tag a friend, sorry. Follow me at satoshiaoki7, my official Twitter account. Subscribe to my YouTube, like this tweet, and you just got to comment CRO Show, hashtag CRO Show in the comments of this video. I'll put that tweet there just in the chat, guys, and I might even pin that one as well. Nice one. All right, guys, it's 6:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the dot, so going to wrap up this stream now. Again, thank you so much for coming and taking the time to get involved in the stream tonight. We will be back next Sunday, 5:30 Eastern Standard Time. If you did miss out on this stream and you just joined in, or you joined in late, it will be available in the live section on my YouTube channel. For those of you that don't know where that is, it's literally just here. Oh, sorry, that's my studio. Yeah, for those of you that don't know where that is, sorry, that's my studio. It's going to be here, guys. So yeah, just in the live section. Okay, so this is my home page. You've got home, video, shorts, live. If you just go to my live section there, this video here, CRO Show episode 9, that's going to be popping up as the latest stream. Just go back, give that a watch. Feel free to leave me any comments in there. If you've got any questions about CRO that you want me to elaborate on or anything like that, leave them there. I'll get back to you guys in the comments after this stream. And yeah, have a great night wherever you are. I hope you guys have a great week at work, whatever you're doing. Hope you're all good. God bless. And yeah, we'll catch you in next week's stream. Take care, guys.